Good evening. From Conflict and Resilience Research Institute, Canada, I am very proud to be here today, this evening, to witness the completion of our very short project on educating Rohingya females in camps. This project has been generously funded by Manitoba Council of International Cooperation. And just a few words about MCIC. In short, they are based out of Manitoba and consistently supporting us since 2020 in terms of small grants for the education of children in Rohingya camps. And very recently, they also funded a livelihood project, which started a couple of days ago. Manitoba Council for International Cooperation is a global leader in terms of supporting displaced people, and many of the projects that others are also running. I will urge the audience to kindly check MCIC's website and the wonderful things they do for a just and equitable world. Having said that, the Institute, we are sort of supporting as much as we can with whatever resources we can pull from each other here and also in Bangladesh. And we are very grateful to have this relationship built with Mr. Musharraf and Mr. Musa's team on the ground. And this particular project has an NGO from Bangladesh involved, through which we have and we have implemented this project. This project has ended on 31st August in the camps, and today we are going to invite Musharraf, the project lead, to give a rundown of the project, and also we'll listen to Mr. Musa, who is the lead there in terms of the operation. And also we have invited two teachers, those who were involved in this project. And today we also have our intern who's looking after this project, Madara Diaz, with us. So let's welcome Musharraf. Musharraf, are you okay? Can you give us a brief rundown of the project which has just completed? Musharraf. Musharraf, can you hear us?
Hi, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Actually, this is Musharraf. I am the project lead of these projects. And as already mentioned that the Kausa sir, we have completed these projects since 1st August this month. And today is our wrapping up of the projects. As this project was implemented by me here, I have something to tell you, to our audience, and to the donor partners, particularly about the project narrative and about the project implementing initiative. So first of all, we have implemented and established two community-based learning centers in Camp 11, which is totally home-based. That's we simply call community lead initiatives as a home-based learning centers, and two community lead strategies. And we have enrolled 45 learners, particularly Rohingya adolescent girls, in these projects. And also these students were selected around from the camps where we established the centers. And so we have selected the three grades, grade 3, which is particularly approved for the Rohingya response in Cox's Bazar refugee camps for the Rohingya. That was Myanmar national curriculum. And in this curriculum, we have teach 4 subjects. One is Myanmar subject, which is our national subjects, and another one is English, and the third one is mathematics, and the fourth one is life skill. With this subject, we have carried 6 months in these 2 centers with the 2 trained Rohingya facilitators who are also here today with us. So during this project, we have seen very significant progress, particularly for the Rohingya adolescent girls who have often do not have access to go to the center formally due to the unavoidable circumstances in the camps. So in these centers, we have centralized the centers according to the students' needs, according to the students' priorities. So in this initiative, we can see and we have achieved the parents' participation, community trust, and girls' education, promotions of girls' education, and we have also seen something very interesting. That's it is what we call that poverty. You know, as everyone knows that in the Rohingya refugee camp, most of the students are due to the poverty. We have seen their poverty, like they have been gaining the knowledge and confidence, access the education the way they need it. The adolescents who have been always denied from the access in the camps, but through this initiative, we make opportunities for them through the safe learning opportunities and accessible learning. So in this process, I think this process have a meaningful progress. That's we have seen the students before 10 months or last years, if I say, who have not able to write her names and who not able to write her names and her family members and who is she. Now, finally, after this project, they can write, and they can see and they can have an interest on education to learn. So it's a very big achievement actually for me, because in the Rohingya refugee camp and in the Rohingya context, this is a very challenges for the access of education, particularly Rohingya girls who are adolescent. But through this initiative, we can make an we can make an access of the girls who have excluded from the communities or from the access from the education. They are included in these projects. They can make their confidence for the future educations. They can write their names, they can write their family number now, and they can sell their they can self now why and how they are how they are getting the access in the camp. So I think in this process, we can, as I mentioned earlier, this the community and the parents who are reluctant to send their daughters to the education centers, now they are changed. We can see the change that they are prioritized now their girls' educations, their daughters' education, unless they are boys' education. As all know this in the camp, most of the parents prioritize their sons' education instead of their girls' education. But now we can see that after seeing their progress, the parents and the community leaders are changed. The community leaders are about the importance of educations, and the communities are trying now to promote the girls' educations. And the parents are also happy to see their daughters' progress, as they can write, they can say, and they can eat in their homes, and they can go to school centers. They go back to the homes. Through this process, are very and now interested on the girls' education. So it's a big chance for this community who have reluctance before to send the daughters and the girls' education. So I think this is how we have run this project for 6 months. And after during this project, I have also faced some of the challenges like to overcome like when the parents and the students, girls are getting the success into learning centers. Some of our parents are coming and asking me to operate more centers for this like this so that the students who are still not have access to come to these centers, they can be able to access. So I have responded them that we are just planning and just in the pilot educations on this process. Once we have done and successfully for these terms, then we will try to promote centers and to expand more centers in future. But I realized one thing, that the parents and the community have the interest on the education now, girls' education particularly, because they can see that these kinds of initiative make them confidence, make them their daughters well behaviors. In these centers, we have also integrated the social emotional learning through the life skill awareness. So through these programs and this initiative also help them to cope their trauma, to cope their past violence, to cope their past events. In this centers, we have not providing them education, but we have integrated them and making them skillful with life skill awareness educations. So it's like say integrated program through education, through awareness. We make them empowered. So I think if we can continue this integrated program with education and life skill awareness, this is much impactful things for the girls. And also lesson, in there are many kinds of activities going in around the camps. So in this kind of stuff, involve the adolescent. If there is no education, if there is no skill program for the adolescent. So I think to keep the continue, to keep engaged with educational activities, the adolescent must have the opportunity to involve and to access the education like this, who have often excluded from other sides of opportunities. So this is how we have supplied, and we have also provided the materials. And so one thing is that today is our last day, as we know. And for this 6 months, we have also taken exams to measure the progress of their students, of the adolescents. So just before 9 a.m., we have done the last final subjects of the life skills. There is you also have seen that we have also exam paper here including with the students, and they have done now. And I have another thing to tell, that during this project, I am going and observing the centers and observing the students while the teachers is teaching. In this kinds of activities, we could include in future some of the technological and digital learning tools like digital introduction, educational introduction, that will be also help the students to cope and to interact the education more and more. This is just a suggestion for me from this project. And another vital thing is these kinds of community initiatives make the community trust with us. The trust which have not been built before, that was built after doing this kinds of initiatives. And the community, particularly the women, are very empowered through this kind of initiative, because our females have not the access before in the camps or in the Myanmar. Through this kind of a small initiative, small opportunities, they can feel confidence themselves. They can make the skillful themselves. So I think this kinds of program and this kinds of initiative should be span and should be more continuations much needed to address the gap from the girls' adolescent. Otherwise, most of the girls will be trapped in the early marriage and child labors and human trafficking. And most of you know, in the South Asian, if I say, the Rohingya refugee or the Rohingya community is much highlighted about the human trafficking through the sojourners and through the sojourners, and from Myanmar to India, and from Myanmar to Malaysia, from Myanmar to Indonesia, from Bangladesh refugee came to Malaysia and other sorts of things like that. So it's just about poverty and the lack of access. If the students or if the adolescents or the have or youth have the access to work or to get the educations or to get the skill programs or to get an income generating programs in the camps, they will not be included and engaged the human trafficking with such kinds of horror journeys. So this is a very big achievement, as I know, and also I don't know that how the Manitobars or the MCIC will monitor that, but through this, I see in the ground level, this is a much impactful and a significant progress for the students, because we always try that to make everything in center, because most of others, this is a big and different method from others organization, like on other NGOs and others department. They are doing that their organization centers, but we mandate something that to do this kinds of and to address these kinds of challenges, we need to things to centralize, beneficiary centralize or child centers like that. So through this and another philosophy that we have for this project, community by the community, for the community by the community, as we know that how we have to address this kinds of challenges, but others will not be more aware how to address to my community. So as I am the community and I know how it should be addressed and what kinds of activities should be implemented to address this kinds of challenges. So our philosophy, and the Musa is here, our founder, who is founder and the CEO of our organization. He also have a big point that for community, by the community, for the community. This is the core principle for us. For the community, we will do the community works. This is how we are planning. So with this aim and our targets and the goals were also shipped as per my expectation. And now I'd like to hand over to the sir, as you are also engaged sometimes and through the Zooms and through the other sorts of activities with us. Now I'd like to know from you about the progress or your narrative about this project. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Done
Thank
so
you.
much things.
Thank you, Musharraf. Thank you. Very well said. So the audience, you have heard Musharraf some of the details of the project. So Musharraf, before you take off, so how many total students really are graduating today?
Have 45 students, sir, and we have also identified some categories through we have also told that today we have just completed the exams, and we will do some analysis on their results, and then finally we can tell how their progress is going.
Right.
So, but we have 35 students.
Understood.
Where almost 35 students are female and 40 are the boys.
Understood. Great. Thank you. Thank you. So do you have Musa? Musa, are you with us? Do you want to say a few words?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Muhammad Musa, also known as Maung Laming. As a colleague of Musharraf, who lead this project, I had the opportunity to observe this community-based learning center in community-based schools for adolescent girls several times. So in each visit, I left a strong impression on me that as the progress of the girl was remarkable and could not be overlooked. I personally witnessed their learning improvements, confidence, and determination to pursue their further education despite they have many challenges. It was a moment for me of pride to see such positive changes and to be part of these important initiatives. I firmly believe that the opportunities like this must be continued and expanded as they create their lasting impact of their lives of the young girls and they can strengthen their entire community. That's what I believe and what I have experienced that I have been visiting personally and physically several times. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Musa. So Musharraf, can we listen to one of the teachers, Arafat or Hilal?
Yeah, why not? Why not? So, Arfad, are you here? I think he have been faced some different sorts of connection.
Okay.
I am here.
So why not?
I think Arfad is sharing. Arfad is sharing.
Okay, then go ahead, Arfad.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum Salam.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I am Arfat Hussein, one of the teacher from the College School of CRIC in the world largest refugee camp of Bangladesh. First of all, I sincerely thank CRIC for supporting girl education. For the first time in the camps, many girls could learn close to their shelter and their parents were very happy. In just 6 months, the students have learned to read and write well, and we have already covered half of their books. And also, their parents were very happy. That is why it is heartbreaking for me, the students and the parents, to hear that this project is being postponed soon. The parents had full hope that their daughter's education would continue until the end of the academic years. Now, student parents are requesting and willing to continue this project as their expectation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Arafat. And I totally agree with you that we need to continue and let's hear from Madara Diaz, who also coordinated this project quite a bit from here. And she's a master's student in the human rights program. And I will get back to you, Arafat, about our plan to continue this school for another 6 months from our own resources. So just wait for this one. Madara, do you want to say a few words?
Of course, Professor. Actually, I'm truly grateful for the opportunity I had to engage with this project. And I would also like to express my sincere appreciation to you, Dr. Hamid, for his invaluable support and tireless efforts in coordinating this initiative, as well as to the team whose dedication made this project a success. I further extend my gratitude to Musharraf, who managed everything in the camps and provided us the vital information that shape our blogs and articles that we have published in our official platforms. So through this project, we came to understand that the real struggle of these children and how difficult it is for them to pursue their education during these funding cuts and constant uncertainty. Even though there are these challenges, this initiative has created a meaningful impact. I'm deeply happy that we were able to contribute to something that has produced such successful outcome. Providing even the most basic education is not just about teaching. It is about like lighting a path for these children in the refugee camps, guiding them toward hope and resilience. Though the project itself has come to an end, I believe the guidance it offered will continue to illuminate their lives, helping them navigate the trauma that they have truly experienced. So my greatest hope is that these children will persist in their studies, rise above their hardships, and go on to achieve their success, not only for themselves but also for the betterment of the entire community. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Madara. Madara was helping us in this project right from the get-go. The audience, let me go back to Musharraf. Musharraf, if you still here, I hear loud and clear from Arafat that it's a bit of frustration that the project ended. But today I just decided that we'll continue supporting this project for another 6 months till they graduate a whole school calendar year. So you should prepare details how you want to do it and talk to us in next couple of days. And we would be happy to support another 6 months, okay? So Arafat, this is my plan. I wanted to tell you, okay? We are going to support another 6 months.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Actually, this is a wonderful thing. As you know, we also tried to just carry the school so that the students and they will not be stuck from the education. To continue them, we can try as we have possible.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Madara, I would like to thank to her that she's always with us working for the publications and also social media ones. Thank you, Madara, for your upholding support to us. And I think and I hope we can continue through this until the end of this academic year. So for further plans or initiative, I would personally connected with sir about how we will address and how we'll connect in future.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Musharraf. And so continue what you are doing. Don't give a break. Keep Arafat and Halal with you. So we are going to find some resources. I don't know from where, but I will do my best. But anyways, my promise is to the students that they should continue coming from tomorrow as well. So Musharraf, let us talk and get a quick budget from you for next 6 months and see where we can go. And today we are going to end our session because it was a little bit of formal closing of MCIC's funding cycle. But we are very hopeful that there would be some other organization or benevolent people here in Winnipeg with who I'm going to share today's video. They can support us in moving forward. The audience, a couple of words as you were listening, Musharraf, from the camps. We have taken a different approach in education for the female children in the camps. We are doing it since 2020, I think, in earnest. Yes, we have run 3 pilots now with the funding from MCIC and 1 large project supported by Rotary Global Grant. So we are in this business for some time, but we just kind of unable to scale up because of funding problem. And also, let me brief you about the complicacy of the education sector and the uncertainty which is prevailing in Cox's Bazar now with regards to schools. So in June, if you are following the news, there was a problem regarding the teachers, both from the host community and Rohingya themselves. So the demand from the host community teachers were that they are not being paid equal with the Rohingya teachers. So there were quite a bit of noises in the camps and all these things, and UNICEF closed many of these schools that were being run inside the camps. So I think as of today, the situation is like this. But our approach when we spoke with Musharraf and the implementing organization is that, as you have heard possibly in the beginning, he was mentioning about community learning center. So these are community supported, community run organizations. And we tapped into those resources because we believe that in order to shrink the budget, operating budget, we have to reduce overhead costings. And this is the model we came up with, tapping the existing resources and build up on it. So the center you are seeing, we have not constructed this center. We have co-opted and sort of lease, in a technical term, you may say that. So we have reorganized the room, as you see now in the video. And there are two as such, and we have run this 6 months project. So this is one of the ways to, according to my understanding, the best use of resources in the camps. So the uncertainty in the camps prevail, and we don't know when it is going to end. But we continue because of the fact that this school is run by Rohingyas themselves. So despite the fact that we don't have, we have an uncertainty regarding teachers, we are still able to continue. But anyway, when the situation improves, we are definitely going to have host teachers as well in the future. Third important point that I want to mention is that curricula. So you have heard from Musharraf again, third grade graders are with us. And you may wonder some of the, I would say, heavily loaded term that Musharraf used, empowerment and others. But don't be scared with these words. What plainly I see with these small projects, these are supporting children at various stages because, again, we don't have very streamlined, grades of schools being run in the camps, strictly speaking, right? Like in the other host communities and other places. What we do through these small projects is to inspire and to encourage. So these folks, those who are student here, they're inspired. They're exposed to some teachings, and these are all within the broader framework of theory of change. So in this whole project, what we wish to see that the parents are encouraged to send their female, their daughters to schools, because this is another social problems that exist in the camps. And also there are other social issues that prohibit female students to come and mingle with others in schools. So these small efforts like ours inspire and bring triggers that spark within them, and we hope that they continue achieving their education with the support of other NGOs and other supported programs. So this is the best we can do. And as you have heard, I just declared that we are going to continue this school for another 6 months, despite our MCIC fund is done for this project. And the reason I would like to do it because at least let's finish one school year and seed the hope. Amongst the children, those who are so happy to participate. And of course, at the end, we do follow education and emergency philosophies and principles as outlined in the organization's website. You can always search it because we strongly believe that is not only literacy and numeracy, but also that psychosocial healings and trauma-informed approach is important for the children, those who are going through some extraordinary situation because of their condition of displacement. And finally, I would like to say that we are hopeful, and we are going to really spread the word that we need help amongst many Manitobans, many Canadians, or whoever is watching is going to watch our this closing session. And today I requested Mosharaf that if some of the children can sing. So I'm not sure, Mosharaf, do you have some volunteers?
Sir, I have a short another thing to mention that's from
Go
this
ahead.
project and something very significantly that's about our culture. As you know, in Myanmar, you can see this our student from this project as well, and this is the maintain the culture of Myanmar education systems and so white shirts and what's it green tami that we call tami. It was our culture in Myanmar. So it's the school uniform that they adapted after getting this, after getting the opportunity in these centers. You know, once they will understand on recording, if once they will understand, you can see, you can feel that they will be the real Myanmar nationalist. Yeah. So you can see. This is the student. The parents are supporting them to make and to adapt education with our cultures, with our systems. You know, this is how I think this is the big chance. You know, in the previous years and others, the last 7 years in the camp, it's very rare to see like these students from the particularly from the adolescents. No, they have been changed. They are coming out and they are growing with education, with social norms in every way, the way they can. And the parents, if the parents do not allow them, if the parents don't support them, they cannot be able to wear this kinds of educations, this kinds of school uniform. So from this small supports, they can have a hope. They are encouraged. The parents are encouraged. Sir. So this is the big chance for us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And
yeah, it looks very sharp.
you can please continue.
Very encouraging.
This is our school uniform in Myanmar. Still, this is with belonging to us. Now, the students, sometimes parents talk me who have been not able to provide this kinds of uniform to their student. That and they have this. We need to provide them school uniform so that we feel they are student. They are going to this school. Once they wear the school uniform, so. Once the parents or other people and the community will saw with this uniform, wearing uniform, going to the centers, that time they feel this is the school, going to the school, this is the student. They are not been hesitate. They are student going to the school like.
Excellent, excellent. Oh, that is such a wonderful.
And as you wish, the happy sounds we always talk about. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. And
Yes.
the students are aware about this, sir. No worry. If,
Okay.
let me arrange them a bite. Hello. So they can sing themselves
Okay.
and you just can
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So 1, 2, 3. I understand up. Yes, Baguntian? Yeah, I'll stand up. Anatian? Anatian?
Wow, wonderful.
Sir, good enough?
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Sir, can you hear that?
Yes, yes, we have sufficient.
They are shy actually, sir.
No worries.
They are
Absolutely.
shy.
Absolutely all right.
Yeah.
So, Musharraf, thank you very much for arranging this closing session and continue your hard work with your team and my sincere appreciation for your team pulling on. And I did not mention about the challenges that Musharraf and his team kind of experienced over the 6 months because in between, I think in the month of June, there were heavy rains in the camps, and one of the center washed out away, and he had to organize the classes in other centers. And then for the students, we had to purchase umbrellas because it was raining so heavily they couldn't even get out of their shelters to come to schools. So natural calamities remain as a challenge where they stay. So this is something whoever is going to watch this
This is not only a challenge, sir. Not only a challenge, sir. It's a big challenge. You know,
big
in the
challenge.
hilly stakes,
Right.
the climate disaster is high.
Yes.
You know, most of the parents, most of the family, and most of the communities. Sometimes it's occasionally and unexpectedly heavy rain, landslides, and flooding. And this is so uncertainly, sir. Actually,
Exactly.
it's not only challenge; it's a big challenge for this us and for this contest. You know, this kinds for this contest, there is a huge lags still to mitigate the disaster and to navigate how to navigate the disaster is
True,
still
true.
very
No,
and
absolutely.
very limited, sir.
Agreed, totally agreed. And this is something I kind of forgot in the beginning to say that whether you are watching from a distance, just know that this is something they navigate every day. As Musharraf is trying to say, it's a serious challenge to keep the school attendance up and expecting that people will turn out for the class, right? So thank you once again. We'll close this session. Stay well and stay fine. And dear audience, we are going to share this brief video in our YouTube channel. Kindly have a look. And if you want to donate, donate, and your donation will directly reach to the camps through Musharraf's team. And you're going to make a difference through your small donation in the lives of these young, bright faces, as you see on the screen. And they are putting on school uniform, which is really symbolic, in terms of encouraging and having them inspired to come to schools, right? Because in camps, who has uniform? So this is something moral boosting that Musharraf has planned, and I support it. So with these few words, let's put an end. Thank you, children. Thank you very much. Stay well and stay fine. We'll be in touch again. Bye bye.